Greetings everybody, I'm Nick DiVirgilio, and today's video is a special one. It's on this Gretsch Catalina Maple 7-piece shell pack in a gorgeous black Stardust silver Duco finish. Let's go. When I sit here and tell you that you get great value for money out of this drum kit, I'm not kidding. You get 7 pieces right out of the box, including the snare drum. So you can configure it in many different ways. It sounds great right out of the box, great shells, that great Gretsch sound. So let's get in all the details right now. I'll start with the tom-toms. You get a 7x8, a 7x10, and 8x12 inch rack tom, 14x14 and 16x16 inch floor toms, a gargantuan 18x22 inch kick drum, and a 6x14 matching snare drum. The shells on this kit are 7-ply maple, and they have the typical Gretsch 30-degree bearing edge. That's a really cool thing because you get a nice warm sound and then the brightness and punch out of maple. It's a great combination. Triple flanged hoops all around the drums, just makes for great rim shots and adds to the tone of these great shells. I'm going to take the head off of the 8-inch rack tom here so you can see inside the drum the beautiful shell and its bearing edge. All right, the head's off the drum. I also want to mention quickly this great round Gretsch badge. It's a cool look. But let's look on the inside of the drum. Check out that beautiful maple wood on the inside. Just perfect construction, put together very nicely. And let's check out the edge here, the 30-degree bearing edge. It's a little cut on the back side too, with a perfect 30-degree angle towards the inside of the shell, all making for great tone out of all the drums on this kit. So I've told you about the sizes of the drums. We've seen inside one of these great rack toms. Now let's hear what these drums sound like with no music in the background, and we're going to start with the toms with the snare wires off. Here we go. Nice, wide open tone, no dampening on these drums at all. They sound great right out of the box. Let me turn the snare wires on and do the same thing for you. Nice musical tone all the way around, nice sustain on the floor toms. If you want to deaden them up, of course you can with a little dampening agent or a different drum head. Really cool tone all around. Now let's get into this kick drum. Again, it's a 22x18, a tiny bit of muffling on the inside. I do have a head with a hole in the front, so it's going to be a little bit deader. It's how I prefer to play. It sounds nice and punchy. Here we go. Nice low-end tone, especially giving back to me as the drummer. I really hear the punch and the attack of the beater hitting the head, but I also feel the low end too, which is great. Snare wires on, do the same thing. feels and sounds good. Now to the 6x14-inch included snare drum. You don't always get snare drums in shell packs, but you do with this kit. Starting with the snare wires off so you can hear the sound of this shell. Here we go. Wow, it's very loud in a great musical way, great tone. I have it tuned kind of high, not as high as it can go, and you can definitely go lower if you want. It's a really nice sounding snare drum. All right, let me put it all together for you here for just a second. Here we go. I have to say, it's really fun to have a big drum kit in front of me. I don't always get this opportunity, and 7 drums is actually a big kit. It's great to go from the high cracking 8-inch tom down to the big fat 16-inch floor tom over here. But what's cool about having such a big drum kit is that you can also reconfigure it to whatever you need and whatever gig you're going to or studio session. You don't need to use the 7 drums like this all the time. Maybe you want to set your kit up like this. Or maybe you need your kit set up like this. Or maybe you want your drum kit to be like this. Or you might be going to a session and you really don't need anything else but the kick and the snare and a hat. You can do that too. Here we go. The hardware on this Gretsch kit is really top notch. Let's start with the double tom holder you get right out of the box. It looks beautiful, it's really sturdy, and you also get the ability to add another boom arm if you want. You could put another cymbal, a splash cymbal, a cowbell, any kind of thing right there. It's 7/8 inch thick, so it'll fit just about any boom arm. I want to mention too, you also get the tom arm that's attached to the cymbal stand so you can mount the third tom. Let me take you through the rest of the hardware on this kit quickly. Let's start with the GTS mounting system. It's a nice mounting system that the toms really do hang freely and the heads are easy to change. Even with the toms being able to move back and forth like this, they're not bouncing around while I'm playing it. So it's nice and sturdy. It's just a nice system. Nice looking low mass lugs all around this kit add to the beautiful look of this drum set. And one small thing, but I think it's a big thing, is the claw hooks on the kick drum hoops. They look great. They have a nice visual touch to the drum kit and they hold on the hoop perfectly. There you go. One thing that I think is really important is good kick drum spurs. This kit comes with great kick drum spurs. The drum doesn't move at all. They're very sturdy and work well. Nice long floor tom legs. The throw off and strainer on the snare drum is very easy to use. It's a ratchet style, kind of comes back and forth like this. All in all, great hardware all the way around on this Gretsch kit. This kit comes outfitted with very nice Remo drum heads all around. Coated heads on the snare and rack toms. A clear kick drum head with the muffling ring around the outside. It's really nice, professional stuff, but I always mention this whenever you get a new drum kit from us here at Sweetwater. Use the stock heads, but make sure you check out some different head combinations on your kit. This kit would go well with like a double ply head, some other brands. We have great brands from Aquarian, Remo, and Evans here, so check out different drum heads. You might find that this kit will take on a completely different character with different heads. Now let's get into this amazing finish. It's a Sweetwater exclusive, like I mentioned at the top of this video. You won't find this kit anywhere else but right here at Sweetwater. It's a Duco Finish. Now, Duco Finishes were around a long time ago. On lots of vintage drums, you'll see a Duco Finish. And you might be asking, what is a Duco Finish? It's exactly what you're seeing here. It's a single color on the outside of the shell, the top and the bottom, with a different color right in the center. Now, what makes this one special is that it's lacquer and you have sparkle throughout the black and silver colors. So in our video studio right here, underneath these white lights, the sparkle is just really jumping off these shells. It looks amazing. So this kit will look killer on any stage. And there you have it, everyone. The Sweetwater exclusive Gretsch Catalina Maple 7-piece shell pack in this amazing black Stardust Duco Finish. If you want any more information about this Gretsch product or any other Gretsch product, just make sure you talk to your Sweetwater sales engineer. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. Click right here for more videos just like this one, or go to sweetwater.com for all your music, instrument, and pro audio needs.